Hello there, welcome again to our series of topics. Today we will begin new chapter or part 5, which is layout. In this part, which is the layout, we have about 6 topics. The first one is orientation, columns, breaks, hyphenation, indent, and spacing. So today we will start with the first one, which is the orientation. Just before that, you are expected to do self-evaluation on this part. So what's expected is please rate your experience in using or not using productivity tools from this list. So you are expected to click in the box if you have used or not used. So then calculate the percentage of items used compared to the total, which will automatically do for you if you use our template. Select 2 to 3 deliberately and plan to use if you specifically or especially if you haven't used so far. Uh, Please try to deliberately plan to use some of them. Then you have to write here yes. Repeat calculating your usage or user after a month or 2 months or on quarterly basis. So for that, we have actually provided a template and a, a dashboard, which I'm going to show you in a brief. So what's expected from you is you have to master one at a time and progressively go until you actually master all of them. So once you fill your usage and your current status, whether you have used or not used, if you use our template, you'll come up with something like this one, your current status for each part. Now, for example, under part 5, which is layout, your current status is 4. If you have actually progressively steady and use, and that will be increased from quarter to quarter, and finally you'll get a summary table which looks like this one, which is actually show your current status and the progressive status by quarter as well. So the highlighted section with green color indicating your performance, high performance area, and with red one, low performance area. So that will be actually displayed for you. Then finally you will get a dashboard which looks like this one, where you know your current status. For example, in this particular case, the current status is 34 after some steady and utilization of some uh, productivity tool in quarter one. For example, again, the utilization percentage is increased to 50%. Then it's also increased to 64% and 84%, uh, as indicated here, from the current level, which is 34 to 50 to 55 to 64 and to 84. As you go along uh, those productivity tools and make use of them in practical use. So that is what you get from that. So let's come back to our today's topic, which is orientation. As I've already said in this uh, part, we have six topics, and In today's topic, we will deal with orientation. So orientation will give you your page orientation as a portrait or a landscape layout. This is important, especially for essay writing and different report writing. You may actually need to use a portrait or a landscape style. So in that case, you have to know how to do it and how to use it. So you'll go to layout, and here is the orientation. Once you click this, you'll find portrait and landscape styles, and then you use it. So once you click on the orientation, it will actually come up with this, either portrait or landscape. You will choose depending on your need and context, specifically for, like, if you want to insert large tables or some figures, preferably landscape is appropriate, but for the other written text, you can actually use portrait, but it is actually depending on your context, you can use either a landscape or portrait. So that is important. So sometimes, for example, in schools and in some works, you are actually you'll be given to use a certain style. It could be portrait or landscape. So in that case, you have to actually know how to use it. So that's it, and thank you, and bye bye.